Hey folks, Mike Dawkins from Worldcast Anglers with your Jackson Hole weekend fly fishing forecast for the weekend of May 16th and 17th. We're here on the Henry's Fork, Warm River to Ashton. Enjoying a little fishing after work today. Looking for a couple salmon flies, looking for some fish, eating some streamers. Cloudy, overcast, cool. We've seen some blue-wing olives, some Brachiocentrus caddis, some March browns, a little bit of everything out here. So, big news. Non-resident fishing license sales in the state of Idaho will be open this Saturday. So thanks to everyone who sent their letters and their emails to our governor, to our Fish and Game Commission, to our Idaho Fish and Game Department, and everything like that. We should be able to issue you non-resident fishing license sales on Saturday, I believe starting at 10 a.m. We'll post a lot of other stuff on social media tonight and through the next couple days around that. So non-resident fishing license sales are available in Idaho starting on Saturday. Upper Snake River Basin snowpack is 108% of capacity. Henry's Fork is 77% of capacity. The warm weather we saw over last weekend dropped our snowpack, especially in the Henry's Fork Basin, by about 10–15%. There's still a lot of snow in the Upper Snake River Basin. Palisades Reservoir, 80% of capacity. Jackson Lake, 66% of capacity. We're seeing water managers start to funnel water out of those reservoirs, making room for that 108% of snowpack that we're seeing that's still sitting up high. Other news, Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone National Park issued their Phase 1 of reopening this week. Starting on May 18th, they're going to have some limited reopenings. Grand Teton National Park, it said that it's really limited only to bank and wade fishing only. Boating and lake fishing will be more allowed from boats in their stage 2 of their plan. And remember, the Yellowstone fishing season doesn't start until May 23rd. So we're starting to see some things open up, and man, it feels good. We're getting non-resident fishing license sales. Our national parks are opening back up. And, you know, it's far from normal or whatever the new normal is, but these are all signs in a positive situation. Our weather on Saturday looks like mostly sunny. Highs around in the low 60s, lows in the low 40s. Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of 71. Yeehaw. Low around 50, so we've got some great fishing weather upcoming for this weekend. The Henry's Fork, 674 CFS being discharged from the box, 1,940 CFS there on the lower river below us around Ashton. We're starting to see some salmon flies and some golden stones crawling around. There's not many flying around yet. It's pretty cool, overcast, you know, not really great salmon fly weather. We've been catching some fish on some streamers. There's been a lot of fish eating March browns, caddis, and blue-wing olives. So be ready for a little bit of everything with the Henry's Fork, and be ready for a lot of people, you know, definitely with the Snake, the Teton, and a lot of other places closed down. The Henry's Fork is a popular place on the weekends, but don't despair. There's still fish to be caught. You just have to look in all those nook and crannies and look in the water where not everyone has floated past and fished. South Fork of the Snake, 15,500 CFS. Being discharged from Palisades Dam, 15,800 CFS there on the lower river. We saw water increases last Friday to around 15,500. It's a lot of water. The water is very cold, but there's not a lot of people out there. Fishing has been nothing new to report. Nymphing, streamers, no dry fly fishing as of yet, but keep them low, keep them slow. Rubber legs, San Juan worms, pheasant tails, any of those tactical jig oriented flies that are going to keep your flies in the strike zone and sink really quickly are going to be really productive. If you're looking to get away from the crowds, the South Fork of the Snake would be a great place to do so. Just be careful. There's a lot of water in there right now, and the water's very cold, but the fishing can be pretty good on the South Fork, especially during high flows. The Snake in Jackson, 2,700 CFS being discharged from Jackson Lake Dam, 12,200 CFS there on the lower river going into Palisades Reservoir before the salt and the grays. Snake River flows have increased, visibility has decreased. I would expect that for the next month and a half on the Snake, similar to a lot of our other freestone rivers that have a lot of tributary influence. You're going to have to watch the weather, and you're going to have to watch the flows. We get a cool event like we're going to have these next couple days. You may see some of those tributaries drop. You may see flows decrease, and you may see clarity increase. If that does happen, I'd be ready with streamers in dark shades. Dark brown, black, purple show up in the best contrast and dirty water conditions, I'd throw some squalas, some dry droppers, and some things like that. But once again, it's up to you. You're going to have to watch the weather, you're going to have to watch the flows, and you're going to have to watch the clarity. Similarly, the Teton 441 CFS on the upper river around Driggs, 1,660 CFS on the lower river down there below the canyon. Same thing. Water flows have increased, clarity has decreased. We may get some windows of some fishing from this cooler weather that we're experiencing now. If you do, streamers in black, purple, dark brown, light nymph rigs, dry droppers with San Juan worms, pheasant tails, anything along those lines are going to be productive on the Teton if you get a window. We've heard some good reports of the green and the New Fork, 886 CFS down there at Warren Bridge, 975 CFS there on the New Fork. Once again, you know, those rivers can fish well when clarity is down, but you're just going to have to watch it. Streamers, nymphing, you know, anything along those lines are going to be productive on the green and the New Fork this time of year. So without any of our lakes and reservoirs in Grand Teton National Park open, that's going to be tough. Yellowstone National Park fishing isn't open yet. So we've sort of laid out your opportunities for fishing this weekend. Enjoy it. Once again, we're going to have non-resident fishing licenses sales available to everyone, 10 a.m. on Saturday. We couldn't be more excited about it. So thanks again for tuning in. We hope you have a great weekend and a safe weekend on the water, and we will see you here next week.